Brody Steckline now high. Avery Radke will launch a three. Yes, he's got one. His 25th of the year at the last minute. Backdoor cut and an easy layup for Metzger. Assist that time. Cooper Irvin high to Irvin, left wing. 15 to shoot. Screen goes to his right. He'll take it to the rack. Pump fakes. Hank shoots. Makes it inward at 39-37. Now get a screen from Mesa. Catches it. Wants to shoot the three, but quickly guarded. He'll fire the deep three for the lead. Yes! Over Curry. 40 seconds to work before half. And now here's Aiden Trango into Gossman. Catches it. Backs his way in. Goes to his right. Banks it home. Brody Steckline now high. Avery Radke will launch a three. Yes, he's got one. His 25th of the year at the last minute. Backdoor cut and an easy layup for Metzger. Assist that time. Cooper Irvin high to Irvin, left wing. 15 to shoot. Screen goes to his right. He'll take it to the rack. Pump fakes. Hank shoots. Makes it inward at 39-37. Now get a screen from Mesa. Catches it. Wants to shoot the three, but quickly guarded. He'll fire the deep three for the lead. Yes! Over Curry. 40 seconds to work before half. And now here's Aiden Trango into Gossman. Catches it. Backs his way in. Goes to his right. Banks it home.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateyoumedspa.com.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Brody Steckline now high. Avery Radke will launch a three. Yes, he's got one. His 25th of the year at the last minute. Backdoor cut and an easy layup for Metzger. Assist that time. Cooper Irvin high to Irvin, left wing. 15 to shoot. Screen goes to his right. He'll take it to the rack. Pump fakes. Hank shoots. Makes it inward at 39-37. Now get a screen from Mesa. Catches it. Wants to shoot the three, but quickly guarded. He'll fire the deep three for the lead. Yes! Over Curry. 40 seconds to work before half. And now here's Aiden Trango into Gossman, catches it, backs his way in, goes to his right, banks it home.
To do that, and Cooper's starting to shoot the ball more too, so I think it spread their attention a little bit out, to those two guys as well. But I thought Junior had several attempts really that he could have shot, and he just didn't. He kind of hesitated on them, and then 34 was able to get there and close in on him pretty quick. But I think he needs to hunt his shot. We talk about hunting the paint a lot, and good shooters got to go look for their shot.
Once again, it is Coach Brian Gentry here pregame tonight. Scott City gets Hoisington. It's round 2. It was game 1 of the year. You guys played Hoisington and had a lead in the break, and then a second half, Hoisington just seemed like they couldn't miss, and they ended up winning by I think 6 or 7 points there. And take a look at this Hoisington team. Maybe the biggest difference is they play a little bit more big with their senior or junior and a freshman post player.
Yeah, they are. They're rotating, quite a few guys in there, mostly post players. We got to be ready to rebound, and we got to rebound with all 5 guys. We can't just allow or think that one of our post players is going to go get it. So. We've got to go do a good job of team rebounding. But they also they run some things that are going to put us in a bit of a bind if we don't rotate correctly, if we're not sagging off the right guys. Outside of number 4, I'm not saying that none of them can shoot, but they don't have the ability like he does. So we got to be really solid on him. The first time we played him, we did such a poor job in the second half of keeping the ball in front, and we got in foul trouble, and they shot a ton of free throws in the second half. So, that's a big key to it right there. And then we've got to be ready to handle their 1-3-1. They went to that, quite a bit in the second half. And we got a little bit stuck. It wasn't until later in the fourth quarter that, Avery and Junior really got going. So we need to push the pace if they're going to play multiple bigs and really make them run, try to get, easy buckets out ahead of them. But we got to take care of the ball. We got to keep the ball in front of us. And we got to play without fouling. And then at the end, we got to rebound, because if we don't want to play defense for a minute and a half, okay, we got to rebound. Hoisington isn't going to, force too early. Unless they're wide open. So the best way for us to, limit having to play defense for an extended amount of time is rebounding the first shot.
All right, it is. Round 2, Scott City and Hoisington winner heads to Larned for the championship on Friday, and it's Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame. Coach, thank you for the time. Good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, also bring you starters. The tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Invite you to come get fit in their fitness center, no matter what your focus is. The Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio. With an affordable membership, you're able to access not only the fitness area, but also group fitness classes. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
Protect your bottom line.
BBN is brought to you by Lawrence & Associates Realty Incorporated, Good Anesthesia, Elevate You, Lone Tree Farms, Fairleigh Feed Yard, American Implement, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, Scott Community Foundation.
Trust is built one season at a time. From the first seed in the spring to the long days of summer and the final push of harvest, every acre we manage, every partnership we honor, grounded in one simple promise: do what's right for the land and the people who depend on it. VFF. Many families, one farm.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center,
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and part staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership.
BBN is brought to you by Lawrence & Associates Realty Incorporated, Good Anesthesia, Elevate You, Lone Tree Farms, Fairleigh Feed Yard, American Implement, Great Western Tire and Deckmart, Scott Community Foundation.
Trust is built one season at a time. From the first seed in the spring to the long days of summer and the final push of harvest, every acre we manage, every partnership we honor, grounded in one simple promise: do what's right for the land and the people who depend on it. VFF. Many families, one farm.
Wins in a long time for this Hoisington program, and a very senior-dominated team, or particularly three seniors that play significant minutes, including Mason Martin, I mentioned, who's our go-to guy, who averages 18 and 5 a ball game, and then Marcus Ingram at around 7 points a game, and also Kobe Crawford around 7.6, a 6'2 junior. They also have a big size presence with Brody Fonensteel, 6'4 junior. They do not have a shot clock in this building, but that's irrelevant because Sub-State, of course, I believe this is the last year for 3A and 4A not to have the shot clock in the postseason, and that'll be welcome next year for sure into the postseason. That'll change a lot of kind of mindsets and strategies for a lot of the teams that have not had shot clock at home this year while they've had it on the road, but how they kind of defend and how it goes during postseason. Hoisington, a team that averages right around 50 points a game. Scott City, a team that averages right around 55, just under 55 points a ball game. Of course, the Beavers, it was a little interesting. First half, Junior Mesa had no points. I think Radke only had 2, but then they end up Mesa with 13 points on the second half. He had a couple of huge threes in the second half, or in that fourth quarter when the game was tied at 42, and Scott City had a 43-42 lead. And all of a sudden, a couple of big threes helped that lead out to 7 points at the time, 49-42 against Lions. Radke had 8 points, 6 of those from the foul line. But it was Drew Metzger who really stepped up big when Lions was pretty much face guarding and blanketing both Radke and Mays. He had the career-high 17 points left open, sometimes underneath the basket. And he, I think it was 8 of 10, 8 of 11 from the field there on Thursday night was Metzger. But Scott City did not shoot very many threes. They only were like 3 of 8 from 3, I think it was, the other night. And so that might be something that could open up a little bit more depending on what the Hoisington Cardinals do run here. But, of course, the winner of this game will play on Friday night either against Beloit or Phillipsburg. That game going to be taking place at Beloit High School coming up here at the top of the hour as well. Other games tonight in the sub-state, Holcomb and Colby. It's round 3 between those two programs. Holcomb's won the first 2. The Longhorns with the 2 seed. Colby the 7 seed. Lakin hosts Southwestern Heights in an all-High Plains League matchup. The Bronx 14-8 on the year, and Southwestern Heights 13-11. After that game on Friday or Thursday night, Southwestern Heights knocking off Goodland, Lakin knocking off Larned, Colby knocking off Norton, and Holcomb beating Cimarron last Thursday night. But we should be in for an interesting one here. And then the games will be at 6 and 7:30 on Friday night, I believe. So it depends on the mileage and everything else there, how that's going to determine who plays first and who plays second on Friday night. Let's pause real quickly for station identification. This is Beaver Basketball.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
All right, we're back here inside the Hoisington Activity Center. Adam Kadavy with you. Sam, our studio engineer, back at the Mix 94.5 studios as we're getting ready for some sub-state semifinal basketball here tonight from the Hoisington Activities Center. And so we'll go ahead and step aside for a timeout. We'll come back with starting lineups, keys of the game, and the opening tip between Scott City and Hoisington. This is Beaver Basketball.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center,
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and part staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in Western Kansas, connecting your community. We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
By Joey Meyer, Drew Kite, Avery Radke, a 6-foot senior, averages 12.2 points and 5.7 boards a game. Drew Metzger is a 6-foot shooter, 4.8 points, 3.4 rebounds a game. Cooper Irvin, the 5'9" sophomore, at 5.2 points and nearly 3 rebounds a game. Junior Mesa, 6-foot junior, at 14.5 points and 3 rebounds per contest. And Mickey Gossman, the 6'4" junior, at 5.7 points and 3.4 boards per contest. Once again, it is Avery Radke, Drew Metzger, Cooper Irvin, Junior Mesa, Mickey Gossman. For the Hoisington Cardinals, they are coached by Kyle Haxton in his 18th season, assisted by Mason Haxton and Jason Ingram. It'll be Carson Mason, a 5'7" senior, at 4.2 points and nearly 3 rebounds a game. Marcus Ingram, a 5'10" senior, at 7.2 points, 3 boards a contest. Mason Martin, the 6'2" senior, 18.7 points, 5 rebounds a game. It'll be Kobe Crawford, a 6'2" junior, at 7.6 points and 5 boards a game. And Brody Faunensteel, a 6'4" junior, at 6.1 points and 4.4 rebounds a game. Carson Mason, Marcus Ingram, Mason Martin, Kobe Crawford, Brody Faunensteel, your starters tonight for the Hoisington Cardinals. Let's go onward to our keys to the game here. Presented here by State Farm agent Michael Trouts. First key definitely has to be defend and keep everybody in front of you. Second key is rebound, rebound, rebound. Those are your keys to the game. Scott City tonight wearing their road blue uniforms, those navy blue tops with the lighter blue numbers and letters. Hoisington wearing their home white uniforms with the red numbers and letters and black trim. It'll be Brody Faunensteel and Mickey Gossman to tip in the center. Hope you enjoy this. The winner heads to Larned on Friday for the Sub-State Championship game. First game in 3 weeks on a Tuesday for Scott City ball. It's tipped around, and it's going to be Scott City's ball to begin. As they'll move from left to right, as you see it just behind the scores table here at Hoisington. Mesa will go to his right. Up top to Radke, goes to his left once, now to Drew Metzger. Back up top to Gossman at the top of the key. Looks, goes over to left to Radke. Surveys, gets the screen, steps back, left corner to now in. It goes to Gossman. Backs his way in over Faunensteel. Might have been partial block. Metzger couldn't handle it into the hands of Faunensteel. One and done for the Beavers. Here's Hoisington back the other way. Just underway, 30 seconds into the game, no score. Up top with the Marcus Ingram. Scott City starts in a man defense. Left elbow to Kobe Crawford. Right side. It goes to Marcus Ingram. Now driving in. Pump fakes, hangs, shoots, and too strong. Rebound tipped it into the hands of Metzger for Scott City. That was put up there by Ingram. Now here's the left corner three for Mesa. Yes! Scott City 3-0. 7:10 to go first quarter. So Mesa just drained his 52nd triple of the year. Puts the Beavers up early 3-0 a minute into this ball game. Up top is Marcus Ingram, goes left with a pass to Carson Mason, guarded by Mesa. 6:50 to work first quarter screen. Now driving in, here's Mason. Pulls up right, lane line, sneaks off, and Junior Mesa collects his first board for Scott City. Beavers up 3-0 with the basketball. And here's a deep two for Avery Radke is good from 17, 5-0 Beavers. 6:37 to go first quarter. Scott City up early 5-0. Ingram with it up top. Goes around Irvin. Now kicks it right corner to Carson Mason. Quickly guarded by Junior Mesa. Up top it goes to Mason Martin. 5-0 Scott City. 6:20 to work first quarter. A little pick and roll, but here's a Faunensteel with it. Looked and feed it in. Back he goes out high to Mason Martin. He'll drive in the lane. Scoop shot, no, but rebound to Faunensteel, and he puts it off the glass. And Hoisington on the board 5-2 with 6:08 to go first quarter. And so Mason Martin misses a bit. Faunensteel right there to clean it up on the backside. Beavers up 5-2. Left block goes to Mickey Gossman, looking for a cutter out high to Drew Metzger. Left wing goes to his left, cut off immediately, but pulls it back out up top to Cooper Irvin. Hoisington in a man-to-man defense starting off. Now goes over high right to Avery Radke. Radke now to Junior Mesa. Scott City resets. 5:40 to work first quarter. 5-2 lead for the Beavers and the basketball. Gossman held it out high. Out top to Mesa. Goes to his left. And now back up top. It'll go to Metzger, now to Cooper Irvin. Up top goes. Gossman will take the 17-footer. Too strong. Rebound. Metzger underneath. Loses it as he's little contact, and it'll go out of bounds to the Hoisington Cardinals. 5-2 still your score. 5:24 to work opening period here from the Hoisington Activity Center. Second ever meeting in the postseason between these two. The first was back in '83. And Irvin almost with a steal up top. He'll get it, picks it up, finds Radke right side. He'll drive in, wrap around to Gossman. Low pass, but picks it up. Tough shot, yes, and one. Good hustle that time. It started by Irvin up time with the theft of Marcus Ingram. And then Gossman with the basket makes it 7-2 Scott City. But 5:09 to go first quarter. The foul is on Brody Fonensteel is first. That's the ball game's first foul. Gossman has gotten a little better at the line. He's right now 46% there. And he's a little short on that one. And the rebound goes to Ingram for Hoisington. Scott City leads 7-2. We've played nearly 3 minutes. Ingram into the front court with it. Now to Carson Mason, Now to Mason Martin. Talk about a play on words for teams. Carson Mason, Mason Martin. Now Mason Martin with the deep 2. No. Rebound, Mickey Gossman for Scott City. Beavers up 7-2, 4:50 to work first quarter. Left corner to Metzger. Head fake now up top to Mickey Gossman. Back to Cooper Irvin. Irvin back up top to Gossman. Now Junior Mesa will reset as he's in the half-court circle for a brief moment. Now left out high to Drew Metzger around the screen. Looks to penetrate. He'll take it to the rack. Splits the defenders and draws the blocking foul. That's going to be on Brody Fonensteel. That'll be his second. And it is. So Fonensteel with 2 quick fouls for the Hoisington Cardinals. Team foul number 2 on Hoisington. Metzger with 2 free throws coming up here, coming off a career high 17 points, 45% at the line, and that'll send the freshman Drake Gruis to the line, or to the scores table. Metzger hits it, 8-2, 4:33 to go first quarter. And we got a technical foul on who? As Drake Gruis checked in. And then we saw Ethan Froese headed to the scores table. I have no idea what this all happened. There's something said in between. So and a technical foul's been called on Scott City. Metzger has another free throw coming up here, and then it's going to be Hoisington that's going to shoot free throws. So Metzger gets hit with the technical. He must have said something right in front of the official that the official didn't like. Second free throw is good, and it's now 9-2 Scott City, but now Hoisington will go to the line to shoot their technical free throws. They'll get the ball back as well with 4:33 to go first quarter. I have no idea, but something just triggered the official there, and it's Carson Mason, who's their best free throw shooter, 82%. He's just 9 of 11 on the year in 24 games. Swishes home the first, makes it 9-3, 4:33 to go first quarter. You hope as well that does not trigger a run for Hoisington. They'll get the ball back here, but he rims that one off. Team Scott City this year is 66%. They're 2 of 3. Ethan Froese, the 6'1 junior, in. And it'll be Hoisington's ball, 9-3, 4.5 to go first quarter. The Cardinals inbound it right at half quarter to be Carson Mason to bring it across. He'll be guarded by Mesa. He'll go to his right. Now up top, it'll go to Mason Martin, left side at the wing to Kobe Crawford. He's guarded by Irvin, drives in, right side to Ingram, penetrates in the paint. Goes left over to Mason Martin, guarded by Avery Radke now. 4:16 to go first quarter. Now Martin steps back. They'll drive to the right side. Good help defense by Scott City up top. Almost a steal at high. Kobe Crawford almost double dribbles. Now he steps inside the foul line, leaves it short, and the rebound to Cooper Irvin. Scott City, they tried to go down the court quickly. Turnover number 1 on Scott City, and then lost but picked back up. And the layup is spinning off that time. Rebound, Hoisington can't get it, and it'll go out of bounds to Scott City with 3:52 to go here in the opening quarter. Scott City with a 9-3 lead in the basketball back, as they'll inbound it in here to Junior Mesa. Mesa will take it across the 10-second line left to right. Hoisington stays in their man-to-man up top to Reed Felker. Felker goes to his left to Cooper Irvin and now to Mesa. Turns down the 3, looking to drive in. Now he'll just take it to the rack and lay it up, and it sneaks in. He has 5. 11-3, 3.5 to go first quarter. Scott City's largest lead at 8 here in the first period. 3:28 to go first quarter. Scott City also shooting pretty well from the field. 3 of their first 6 and a 3 launched by Martin into the hands of Ethan Froese out high for the board. And ball knocked out of bounds with 3:18. Caston Wren enters for the first time, the 6-foot senior. He'll be in for Cooper Irvin. Logan Kossel, the 5'11 junior, in. He'll replace Marcus Ingram. Hoisington, by the way, is one of their first 8 from the floor. Scott City's shooting the ball well early on here. You hope that's a trend that continues. Up top, we go to Mesa as we approach the 3-minute mark from deep range. No, rebound fought for, ripped away almost by Felker, but into the hands of Drake Roos. 3 minutes to go first quarter, and losing the ball, but picking back up as Mason needs help up top. Stripped by Radke, picked back up by Carson Mason. 11-3, Scott City lead. Hoisington with the ball. Mason Martin with it out high. Guarded by Radke. Drives to his left and poked away, but picked back up by Martin. Drives to his right. Cut off. 2:40 to work first quarter. Now with it, here's Kobe Crawford out high left to Logan Kossel. Foul line, it goes to Carson Mason. Right baseline. With it is Drake Roos, the freshman who had 7 points off the bench the other night. And we got a whistle and a 30-second timeout by Coach Kyle Haxton with 2:28 to go first quarter. A good defensive set by Scott City. And basketball once again presented here by American Implement, B&H Paving, Bartley Grain, Beaver Creek Feeders, Beavertown FFL, Beef Belt, Burning Farms, Shells Flyers and more, Circle C Farms, Clint's Diesel Repair, Decal Bear, Elevate U LLC, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, and Fairley Companies. Also want to thank First National Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Great Western Tire, Deckmart Furniture and Appliance, High Choice Feeders, Hammy Farms, HRC Feed Yards, J&R Car and Truck Center, and also J&R Trucking, GF Beaver Advertising. All right, back to action here. 2:20 to go first quarter, 11-3 out of the 30-second timeout. Hoisington with the basketball. Scott City with the lead. Driving right sides, Drake Roos trying to go around Felker. Good defense by Scott City. Mason Martin with it. This has been a long possession here. Hanging, shooting. Martin, no. Rebound, Avery Radke. Scott City plays defense for about a minute, I think. And here comes the Beavers in the front court. Radke's going to take it, but cut off. Hands it to his right to Junior Mesa. Under 2 to go first quarter, 11-3 for Scott City. Up top, it'll go to Reed Felker looking for a cutter. We'll go left to Junior Mesa out high. Doesn't use the screen, looking to step back, and he'll fire the three. Oh, off to the right. Rebound ripped up, but Kossel keeps it for Hoisington. In transition to Drake Roos, he'll lay it up and score it. Hoisington gets a lot of their points in transition. 95 seconds to go first quarter. It is Scott City 11, Hoisington 5. Just their second field goal of the first quarter for the Cardinals. The Beavers with an 11-5 lead. Scott City 3 of 4 at the line in this first quarter. With it up top now to Ethan Fro. Final 80 seconds of the period. Fro guarded by Logan Kossel. Now up top to Caston Wren. Surveys out high to Reed Felker. Catches it. Wanted to feed it in, but doesn't. Now up top, here's Fro. Gets around the screen. Drives his right. He'll take it all the way. His layup is stuffed. Rebound, Wren saves the possession for Scott City. And now it's Radke taking underneath the basket. Wrap around to Mesa out high. 55 seconds to go first quarter. Scott City 11-5 lead with the basketball. Mesa around the screen. Help defense out high by Hoisington. And now it's a Caston Wren. Into Reed Felker. Catches it. Looking to back his way in on Groos. Goes to his right. Pivots, lays it up. Might have been blocked or partially blocked, and the rebound goes to Hoisington in the hands of Mason Martin. Hoisington on the run, hanging, shooting, leaving it short. Hoisington saves it into play, but right into the hands of Scott City. And now Mesa on the run. He'll take this one all the way. Lays it up and scores it. He has 7. 13-5, 26 seconds to go first quarter. Scott City points off the miss that time by Martin, and he'll drive in. Martin, that'll be a foul on the floor on Avery Radke, his first. Team foul number 2. 20.4 to go first quarter. In will be, for the first time, Brennan Cook, a 6'3 senior. He'll replace Reed Felker. Scott City has already subbed in played 9 in this first quarter. Hoisington 7. Inbound up top, it'll go to Mason Martin, guarded by Wren with 15 seconds. Hangs, shoots, and got it. That's his first basket. It's 13-7, 13 seconds to go first quarter. Scott City will go for the final shot here with a 6-point advantage. Into the front court left goes Junior Mesa. Gets a screen from Cook out high. Now uses up a dribble. Here's Fro with 2. With 1 second. Cook puts up the shot. Line drives it. No good. And that's the end of your first quarter. Scott City will take a 13-7 lead into period 2 here in Hoisington over the Cardinals. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. This is Beaver basketball. All right, we're back here for the second quarter of play. It'll be Hoisington Cardinal basketball. Scott City has led this one the entire way. They've led by as many as 8. Right now it's at 6. 13-7. The Beavers led by Junior Mesa with 7. And then 3 players at 2 points for Hoisington. Mason, Martin, Brody, Fonensteel, and Drake Grues. Fonensteel does re-enter the game with his 2 fouls. He had picked up both of those first quarter. Mason Martin with it out high. Right side to Marcus Ingram. Drake Grues stays in there, so a little height, 6'4" and 6'5" right now for Hoisington. Scott City goes to a 1-3-1 zone to begin this second quarter. Left corner to go here to Kobe Crawford back up top. Now they're working around to Mason Martin, lob it left side. Here's Crawford with it, drives in, but finds Fonensteel. Pivots back up top. It'll go to Ingram back up top. Scott City with Brendan Cook, Cooper Irvin. Also out there, Avery Radke, Drew Metzger, and Junior Mesa. Right baseline, here's Grues trying to back his way in. Dishes it left side to Martin for a guarded 3, and it's good. He's hit back-to-back shots, and last 5 for Hoisington. It's 13-10, 7:14 to go first half. Hoisington were their first 3 of the night after shooting 3 of 11 in the first quarter. Scott City was 5 of 10. Both teams 2 fouls and 1 turnover in that opening quarter. Metzger with it up top. 7 minutes to go before halftime. Goes left to Avery Radke as Hoisington stays with the man defense in, and Brendan Cook out high. Holds it. Now puts on the floor a couple times. Now to Metzger around his screen. Metzger will drive in. Pump fakes. Nice dish to Cook, who puts it up. Oh, he left it strong. And the rebound into the hands of Drake Grues. Scott City did everything right, but finished on that possession. Hoisington with the last 5 points of the ball game. Step back 3 for the tie is too strong. Rebound that time into the hands of Cooper Irvin. That 3 missed by Martin. He's kind of had the hot hand there the last 2 shots he made after missing his first 5. 6:25 to go, second quarter. Scott City leads 13-10 with the basketball. Urban flips it behind him out high between the rings to Junior Mason. Now to Brendan Cook at the right elbow up top. It'll go to Radke. He'll launch a deep 3. He'll be airballing a deep 3, and that'll go out of bounds to Hoisington. Scott City hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes. Hoisington in the last 5 of the ball game. They got the last possession to go down in the first quarter and got the first possession to go in the second quarter. They worked that pretty well. 6 minutes to go first half with it. Mason Martin out high. Bounce past the elbow left. It goes to Drake Grues. Grues hands it off back to Martin, now guarded by Radke. Back up top, it'll go to Kobe Crawford. Crawford with it, looking to drive in on Mesa. Almost walked with it. Now up top to Ingram. They work it over to Martin. Good help defense. Now Martin will drive in. Goes around. Cook blocked. Oh, they're going to say a foul and 2 free throws. I think they're going to get the push on Radke. If that's the case, that's his second. They're going to get it on Brendan Cook, and it really didn't look like he touched Martin at all, but they award Martin the aggression. That's his first. Scott City's first of the quarter. 2 free throws coming up. The first is good for Martin, who is 71% at the line, and it's 13-11. 5:48 to go first half. Preston Merlot in for the first time. A 6-foot senior Mickey Gotsman in to replace Brendan Cook. Wholesale subs for both sides there. Merlot did not play in the first game. He had a broken, I think, his leg in this jamboree in August. Martin was 7, last 7 for Hoisington. That's pulled them to within 1. close as they've been since early in the ball game. 5:40 to go first half. Scott City looking to break that 7-0 run. Gossman hands it up top to Metzger. Goes right side to Junior Mesa. Scott City needs a basket. Now Mesa right baseline. Oh, that rattled halfway in and out. Rebound, Irvin gets tied up. It's still going to be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow, though. That one went halfway in and out for Mesa on the right baseline. The Beavers will keep possession here with 5:29 to go second quarter at 13-12 Scott City. Scott City trying to end a 3-minute scoring drought. Up top with it as Gossman hands it off to Cooper Irvin. He'll go left to Mesa. Turns down the three. Drives left baseline out high to Metzger. He'll try the three. In and out, and the rebound tipped around. That's last touch by Hoisington, and Scott City will keep possession. The Beavers have missed their last 5 shots from the floor. They lead by 1 with 5:18 to go before intermission at 13-12. Another opportunity for Scott City here after the tie-up and after the misplay by Hoisington as it went out of bounds. Up top, here's Radke into Irvin at the right elbow. Faces up. Carson Mason driving in, backing his way, hanging, shooting. Can't get it, but he's got 2 free throws. The pump fake worked that time. Mason with his first. Team foul number 1 on Hoisington in the period. Cooper Irvin looking for his first points of the night, where he's 71% at the line. Scott City 3 of 4 at the line tonight, as is Hoisington. First of 2 on the way. That one rimming in and out. Boy, Scott City has had a lot of shots rimming in and out. It almost feels reminiscent of a game earlier in the year when they were at, I think it was Goodland, where it felt like everything was going in and out. Well, they'll let, sent Reed Felger to the scores table. Irvin will try to hit his second one here. He's got that, and it's 14-12 with 5:10 to go first half. So Scott City with a free throw breaks the 7-0 Hoisington run, but their lead is at 2. Is out as Metzger, back in as Felker. So we approach 5 minutes to go first half here from Hoisington. 14-12 Hoisington leads, or has the ball. Scott City leads. Mason Martin has the last 7 for the Cardinals. He had the ball now at high left to Carson Mason. Scott City switches back to a man defense. Left side over to Drake Gruce. Gruce now just around the foul line, 3-point line that is. Martin left wing. Trying to drive in, flips it over right side. Here's Marcus Ingram underneath to Carson Mason. Puts it up for the tie, and he's got the soft bounce. We're tied for the first time at 14 apiece. 4:38 to go first half. Our first tie of the night. Hoisington on a 7-1 or 9-1 run over the last 4 or 5 minutes here. Felker dumps underneath. Reverse layup for Mason. He's got it. He has 9. And 16-14, 4:22 to go first half. That breaks a 4-minute field goal drought for Scott City. Merlot with it now, looking to drive in. Ingram cut off, needs help. Halfway mark, second quarter. Mason Martin with it. Scott City 16, Hoisington 14. They've outscored the Beavers 7-3 in the first 4 minutes of this period. Now stepping up for the lead. The three banked in and out. Too strong, ball knocked around, and Radke tracks it down in the corner for his third board. 3:55 to go first half. Scott City lead at 2 with the basketball. Up top now, working around from Felker to Mesa. Ball fake, one dribble up top. It goes now to Cooper Irvin. Right side to Avery Radke. Back up top. It'll go to Mickey Gossman. Scott City plays it out high. Around the screen, here's Irvin looking to drive in. Spin move, pivots, needs help, finds once again Gossman up top. It goes to Felker right side at the wing to Mesa. He'll launch a deep 3. That's going to be off target, and the rebound into the hands of Drake Gruce, who has his third board. 3:25 to work first half. Scott City up by 2. Hoisington with the basketball. Carson Mason with a little mismatch with Mickey Gossman, but back up top right to Marcus Ingram. Scott City has gotten cold from the floor in this second quarter after 5 of 10. Almost stolen by Irvin right at half court in the hands of Ingram. Left side with the Merlot trying to go around Felker. Hangs, shoots for the tie. He's got it. We're tied at 16 with 3 minutes to go first half. Our second tie all in this period. Hoisington on a 9-3 run in this second quarter, and it's tied it once again at 16. Mesa up top to Reed Felker. In it goes to Gossman, a little too high for him, but he tracks it down in the corner. Then back up top to Felker. Back out high left, it goes to Cooper Irvin. 2:45 to work first half, 16-16. This pace definitely favors Hoisington. Mesa goes right side, steps back, wanted to shoot the 3 now to Felker. Back to Mesa, turns down the deep 2. He'll drive underneath and wrap around to Avery Radke in the left corner for the lead. It is in and out again. Rebound goes, stripped away, but ended up by hands of Drake Gruce. Man, Scott City has had so many shots go in and out, rimming around in and out in this first half. Martin with it, drives in, stripped and stolen away. Just the second turnover of the half. Here's Cooper Irvin driving left side. puts it up, got it from point blank. He's got a field goal. It's 18-16, 2:09 to go first half. Timeout on the floor taken by Scott City. The Beavers back up to late second quarter. This is Scott City basketball.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
Person at any of our
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
Up a dribble back up top. It'll go to Martin. Looking to drive in on Radke. Almost walked with a minute 25 to go first half. This has been a 40-second possession. He gets stripped underneath, and it's back-to-back Hoisington turnovers. Here's Junior Mesa leading the charge. He'll pull up right side. Now pull it back outside the perimeter. 1:10 to go first half. 18-16, Scott City leading the ball. Mesa with the right wing, extended, guarded by Kobe Crawford. Up top to Mickey Gossman. Goes left to Caston Wren around the screen. Here's Wren. Slipped inside the foul line. Now to Avery Radke, back up top to Mesa. Final minute to go first half. Beavers up by 2 with the ball, 18-16, right side to Radke. He'll take it to the rack, pull up outside the lane line, and knocks it down for his 4th point. That's the difference in the game right now with 50 seconds to go first half, 20-16 Scott City. Hoisington back with the basketball. Mason Martin there to Ingram, back to Martin left wing. 40 seconds to work before recess. Up that is Martin. Hands it off to his right, out high to Marcus Ingram at the top. Surveys, goes to his left for the pass to Kobe Crawford. Crawford, 30 seconds to work back up top. It'll go to Ingram. Ingram looking for a screen, doesn't use it. They may go for the final shot here of the half. 20-16 is your score. With it out high, 18 seconds, still dribbling Ingram. Gets a screen, a staggered screen from Hoisington. And now deep three is on the way, and it's a short rebound and goes in the hands of Avery Radke. It's put up by Mason Martin. Radke to Mesa with 6 seconds. Now right corner, here's a three on the way. Good for Avery Radke. It is 23-16, and that's your first half. Scott City buried their second three in the corner from Radke, and Scott City all of a sudden with a 10-9 run in the second quarter as they will take a 7-point lead into the break at 23-16. We'll come back in 2 minutes. We've got an interview with Dakota Hayes we're going to air at halftime. Of course, recapping state wrestling. We'll do that in 2 minutes. This is Beaver basketball.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in Western Kansas, connecting your community. We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
Let's recap our state wrestling from over the weekend. Scott City with a good showing there, and we're going to catch up with Coach Dakota Hayes. I caught up with him at the state tournaments on Saturday. Here with Coach Dakota Hayes, season wrapped up. It's always a bittersweet moment, especially when it's a good weekend. I thought you guys had a good weekend. You medaled 6-3 boys and 3 girls, and out of the 12 that you take here, how do you summarize this weekend?
I feel like it was a pretty good weekend overall. We didn't quite come out in the places that we wanted, but everybody wrestled really tough, and they got to take home some hardware. The good thing is on the boys' side, we're only losing Blaze off this, and so the future looks a little bright. Our girls team keeps continuing to move in the right direction. We got 3 medalists this year. That's the most we've ever got. We had 5 qualifiers, which is the most we've ever had. And they've been making some good team runs. They've been feeding off each other and wrestling for each other. Instead of just individual. They've really bought into that kind of team aspect of it. We're excited to see what the next few years can bring, especially with that young class coming up. So,
both your boys and girls, I think, finished right at 11th place. And then considering after Friday where you guys are at, I think you'll take that.
Yeah, no, we will take that. It's a good step going forward. It's we got obviously some things to work through going into next year and all of that. But this is what we do it for. And seeing the smile, we got some tears of defeat. But I think after we eat supper and kind of get out of here a little bit, they'll kind of be smiling a little bit and good. Hate to see the Brody and the Dane Harris and Blaze and all of them that are not going to be back with us next year. But hopefully they learned some great things through wrestling and taught some of them young ones some leadership stuff. But I'm excited for each one of them. They got a medal out of the deal, except for Brody. But Brody put herself in a good position there in the blood round, and she wrestled her tail off and exceeded expectations all year round.
Well, you talk about the Daenerys, was able to wrestle second semester, bumped up to 170, gets a third place medal. She was the old rally gal today from a couple big deficits to win by fall. And then you have Haley was in the finals, gave it a good go against another 2-time state champion. I mean, she wasn't supposed to be there according to how they had it predicted, and she upsets a 2-timer last night and getting second place, wrestling great match. And then Amaya, medalist there, 4th place finish, had the lead in that 3rd place match, just didn't quite come out. But setting the tone for the next level for those two.
It is. The good thing is Haley is coming back. She's kind of worked her way up. State qualifiers as a freshman, 4th last year, 2nd this year. Hopefully we can give her one of those big brackets for them to kind of continue that McDaniel name, But I think she's hungry for more, and she's wanting to really work hard for it, and we're excited to see that. Amaya's only a sophomore, so we got a couple more years with her, and she made that 3rd and 4th place match this year after not qualifying last year. So get them there, and hopefully we can continue moving in the right direction.
Yeah, 2 of your 3 state medalists on the boys were first-time qualifiers. Yulee comes around backside today, wrestles his tail off and looked dominant. Ended up finishing in 6th. And then you have Easton, who was out for a good chunk of the year, comes back and finishes fourth after losing to the state champion in the quarters. And that was great to see. And then Blaze, losing to the state champion in the quarters, comes back and takes home fourth place. But he had a monstrous win over number 2 ranked wrestler in the Constellation semis and the Shea kid from Paola.
Yeah. Yulee and Easton, we're going to kind of depend on them for some state points next year, especially some of those guys that have come here, the Robaugh and the Jeremiah and all of them. But Yulee put, he stepped on the mat wanting to really wrestle his best, and I feel like he did. Easton's just a gamer, and he wrestles tough. He's always in pretty good position and stubs his toe every now and then, but hopefully we can get him to make a good senior push next year and get Yulee a good junior year, and hopefully we can get everybody rounded up and make a good team run next year. But like I said, Blaze, he lost to the eventual state champ and ended up beating the number 2, and it's not very often you come to a state tournament you have to wrestle the number 1 and the number 2 in 2 days. But he wrestled tough, and I think it kind of caught up with him a little bit in that finals match, or this 3rd and 4th place match there. But kudos to him, because as a senior it would have been just easy to say forget it and just quit. But he kept his nose to the grindstone and kept working. So
what was really special too about your team this year, this team just kept fighting and won a lot of tournaments. You guys won league. The girls got 3rd, but they had a really good showing here, and this season I think was a pretty special one overall.
It was, and it's going to be one for the books to kind of remember and learn from a little bit. You don't want to, if you're not adapting and trying to learn and move, you're not improving. So we're excited to see what we can do, and hopefully we can get some of them youngins to step up a little bit and do some great things for the team.
All right, once again, those are the comments from Coach Dakota Hayes. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back with your first half stats and some scores in the 3A. Scott City leads 23-16 the break. Back here for this quick timeout. This is Beaver basketball.
Are you ready to maximize your...
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
On the farm, every decision matters. You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, and seed shouldn't be one-size-fits-all either. At Circle C Farms, we've partnered with Beck's, America's largest family-owned seed company serving farmers for 5 generations. With Beck's, you get more than seed. You get commitment rewards, early order and quantity discounts with flexible, low-rate financing options. Circle C Farms and Beck's, family to family, growing the future together.
And we're back here inside the Hoisington Activity Center here at the break. Scott City 23-16. First half scoring for the Beavers. Junior Mason leading the way with 9. 7 for Avery Rack. He hit that big 3 in the corner to close out the first half. 3 for Cooper Irvin, Drew Metzger, and Mickey Gossman, each with 2 in the first half. Scott City was 45% from the field, 9 of 20, 2 of 8 on threes, 7 of 12 on twos, and 4 of 6 from the line for Hoisington. 7 for Mason Martin. 3 in that first half from Carson Mason, Brody Fonensteel, Drake Roos, and Preston Merlot, each with 2. Hoisington was 38% from the floor at 6 of 16. They were 1 of 4 on threes, 5 of 12 on twos, and 3 of 4 at the line. Scott City wins. They'll play Beloit or Phillipsburg on Friday nights, and right now it looks like it's going to be Beloit. They had a 44-22 halftime lead over Phillipsburg there at Beloit High. Other scores, Holcomb 43-24 over Colby at halftime, and Lakin edging out Southwestern Heights at the break, 31-30. It'll be Hoisington's basketball to begin the third quarter. The Cardinals will have Carson Mason, Marcus Ingram, Mason Martin, Kobe Crawford, and Brody Fonensteel. For Scott City, it'll be Junior Mason, Cooper Irvin, Drew Metzger, Mickey Gossman, and Avery Rackey. Third quarter officially underway. Cardinals will move from left to right as we see it here. Here is Marcus Ingram trying to get around Irvin McCann. Now to Fonensteel at high. Holds it. He had 2 first quarter fouls. Did not play much in that late first and most of the second. Left side, it's Carson Mason up top to Fonensteel. Surveys. Now right side out high to Marcus Ingram. Ingram back up top left. It'll go to Crawford. Now left baseline to Fonensteel. Looking in. Now up top left, it'll go to Kobe Crawford. Crawford will drive in, takes it strong to the rack, lays it up, leaves it short in the rebound. goes to Scott City's Mickey Gosman. Here's Scott City with their first possession of this second half. Mason with a deep three, a little strong that time, tipped around, and it's Irvin who tracks it down. Double team now out high. He'll go to Metzger, head fake. He'll drive in. He'll lay it up and score it. And one. Well, no, they're going to call an offensive foul. Boy, it looked like he was too far underneath the basket for the charge, but the official says otherwise. And a tough break that time for Scott City, and that'll be the second foul on Drew Metzger. You got to love the hustle nonetheless. And that'll be team foul number 1 of the third quarter. That is just the second turnover of the game on Scott City with 7:08 to go third period. Tough break for the Beavers. 23-16 your score. With it out high is Marcus Ingram, guarded by Irvin, goes left with the pass to Mason Martin. Martin up top to Kobe Crawford, surveys over right to Drake Roos, who's back in the lineup already. So a bigger lineup now to Fonensteel, right corner, turning down the three, and going around a couple is going to be Ingram versus layup. Can't get it. Drew Metzger right there to clean it up for Scott City. The Beavers up by 7 to the ball. Mays for a left corner three. Count it. He has 10 and 2 threes. Make that 12 and 2 threes. Biggest lead for Scott City. 26-16, 6:35 to go third period. The Beavers have hit 3 triples tonight and have their largest lead at 10 early third quarter. With it is Marcus Ingram out high. Goes up top to Mason Martin. Martin to pull it back out for the Cardinals, down 10 early third quarter. Hoisington close to a 5-minute scoring drought. With it is Mason Martin for an answer-back three. He buries it. He has 10 and 2 threes. 26-19, 6:12 to go third quarter. So Hoisington breaks their 5-minute scoring drought. Radke back up top, and also the 10-0 Scott City run. 6:03 to go third quarter. With it is now Mickey Gosman toward the left block, backing his way in on Mason Martin. Goes up and can't get the soft bounce. Radke underneath, but he gets fouled. I think that's going to be on Kobe Crawford. That'll be his first. Team foul number 1 of the third quarter, on Hoisington. And it'll be Preston Merlot for Crawford. Merlu, the 6-foot junior in. 5:54 to go third period. Inbound in now. Scott City with it out high. Cooper Irvin turns down the deep three. Now gets it stripped and stolen away. Third Scott City turnover. Here's Ingram with it, who grabbed the theft. Now pump fakes, hangs, swatted out of there. Oh, they're going to get the foul on Mickey Gosman. That is his first. Team foul number 2 of the third period with 5:42 to go. Or no, they're going to get Metzger with his third. Not Gosman. Boy, I wish it would have been on Gosman had just been his first and kept Metzger out of foul trouble. 5:42 to go third quarter. Ingram to line for the first time, swishes home the first. He's a 55% free throw shooter. It's 26-20 with 5:42 to go. Ethan Froh and Caston Wren. That'll be Cooper Irvin and Drew Metzger. 5:42 to go third quarter. Second free throw for Ingram, and he has them both, and it's just like that, a 5-0 run for Hoisington in the last 30 seconds, and it's now 26-21. Mesa to bring it into the front court for Scott City, leading them with 12 points tonight. Hoisington stays man defense out high to Ethan Froh, back up top to Mesa, around to Avery Radke, back up top to Mesa. Pump fakes on a deep three. Now Casterin looking to feed it in to Gosman, doesn't off a screen. Here's Radke out high. He'll drive in, take it to the rack, gets it swatted out of there by Martin, who grabs the board. Hoisington with the last 5 of the ball game, 26-21, 5:10 to go third quarter. Ingram drives in and now to Gruce. He'll drive in over Gosman and got it. 7-0 run the last minute for Hoisington with 5:03 to go third quarter. All of a sudden, it's a 3-point game. Scott City had a lead of 10 just nearly 2 minutes ago. Up top now to Junior Mesa. Pump fakes on a deep three guarded by Fonensteel. A little bit of a mismatch there. Now to Avery Radke into Mickey Gosman right along the foul 3-point line up top to Mesa. Gets around the screen, drives his left, drives in, gets a strip. Now back left corner to Caston Wren. 4:38 to go third quarter, 26-23. Scott City. Froh with it out high. Looking to drive in. He'll take a strong to the rack and lay it up. Score down one. Used a little English on that first basket. 28-23, 4:31 to go third period. The foul will be charged to Preston Merlot. Merlot's first. Team foul number 2 in the period. Froh to the line, just his 5th free throw attempt of the year. He's 2 of 4 at the line. Scott City 4 of 6 tonight and 4 of 7. The rebound to Gruce. 28-23, 4.5 to go third quarter. Scott City ended the 5-0 Hoisington run. Make that the 7-0 Hoisington run, and they lead by 5. Ingram with it up top, now to Merlot. Merlot off the screen, left side to Martin for a 3. Short. Rebound out high, left side to Casterin, who picks up his second rebound of the night. And ball deflected, picked up by Radke. Mesa left corner, was open briefly, but now out high to Radke. Midway mark, third quarter. Scott City 28, Hoisington 23, and it goes to Gossman. Deflected, but picked up by Gossman. And now out high to Mesa. He'll launch a right wing 3. He'll be good on a right wing 3. That's 15, 31-23, 3:52 to go third quarter. Scott City's lead back up to 8 on a 5-0 run. They've hit their last 2 shots from the field. We'll have wholesale subs, a couple for one for each team next dead ball. 3:40 to work third quarter. Merlot with it out high, guarded by Fro. Good defense. Now he'll just drive in. Hang stuffed. Oh, they're going to get the bump, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. That'll be a foul on Ethan Fro, his first. Team foul number 3. Scott City only had 3 fouls the entire first half, and they have 3 in the third quarter. It'll be Kobe Crawford. It's a foul on the floor. And also Carson Mason in for Hoisington. Back in is Reed Felker for Mickey Gossman for Scott City. The Beaver lead is at 8. Hoisington with the ball. 3.5 to go third quarter at 31-23. Marcus Ingram looking to inbound it in. Does so out high left wing to Kobe Crawford. Gets around his screen. Steps back now, drives in on, tried to drive in, and Mesa just rip it right out of his hand, out of Crawford's hands. Turnover number 4 on Hoisington. Scott City with the ball, an 8-point lead. 3:20 to go third quarter, 31-23. Mesa goes right side up top to Avery Radke. He'll launch a 3. He'll be good on a 3. He has 2 threes and 10. It's 34-23. Hoisington wants time. Scott City's largest lead on an 8-0 run with 3:10 to go third quarter, 34-23. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
I'm David Post, and I live right here in Scott City. I'm proud to help my neighbors protect their homes, farms, and businesses, because this is my community too. At Iron Insurance Partners, we're here for you on game day and every day, helping you protect what matters most, because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
2 and 5 to 8.
Scott City with the last 8 of the bowl game, and they have their largest lead of the night, 34-23 as we approach 3 minutes to go. 2 consecutive triples, Radke and Mesa. They both are in double figures now for Scott City. That's 25 of their 34 points. Under 3 to go third quarter. Right base, block to Cruz. Goes around Felker and leaves it short. Radke couldn't get the rebound into the hands of Crawford. He'll go up, hang and shoot. Leaves it short as well, and it's rebounded that time, ripped away by Radke. So Cruz had a couple of shots that time, or did the Hoisington Cardinals. Now it's Casterin who turns down the 3. He'll drive in mid-range, leaves it short, and the rebound into the hands of Mason Martin, who pulls down his third board. 34-23, Scott City, 2.5 to go third quarter. With it is Mason Martin, goes left of the pass to Marcus Ingram. Ingram holds it off the screen up top, almost a steal. Right side to Drake Cruz. Cruz goes right corner, now to Mason Martin, who has 10 points to lead Hoisington. The ball knocked out by Wren. Stops the clock with 2:17 to go third period. 34-23, Scott City with the lead. Hoisington with the basketball. Martin looking to feed it in. Inbound it out high. It goes to Carson Mason. Guarded by Mace. A little separation there. Not enough for a 5 count. Now he put it on the floor. Hands it off to his right. Crawford who dribbles left. Now left wing extended to Ingram. Approaching 2 minutes to go third quarter. Scott City up 11. 34-23. Hoisington with the basketball. Groos with it. Loses it. And it's taken by Felker. Turnover number 5. He just lost his dribble. And here comes Scott City down the floor. Out high goes to Felker. From Radke now. Mesa with it, pulls it out at the half-court circle. Scott City uses a screen, right corner to Wren, and it goes to Felker. Great position. It's too far underneath the basket. Now will go to his left, puts it up, and gets it to sneak in. His first points of the night, 36-23. 1:38 to go third quarter. Scott City on a 10-0 run over the last 3 minutes. They have their biggest lead of the night at 13 and now 11. A spin move. Ingram with his 4th point all in this third quarter. 36-25, 1:27 to go third quarter. Scott City's lead back to 11. Scott City's had a couple of 10-0 runs in this ball game. Now with it out high, Radke, how about another three? That one is short, and a hit goes over the backboard and out of bounds. It'll belong to Hoisington. Minute 15 here in this third quarter. Preston Merlot and also Brody Fonensteel in. Mickey Gossman, Brendan Cook in. Reed Felker will exit. And also in is Logan Kostel for Hoisington. Ethan Froh exits. Also is Carson Mason and Mason Martin out for Hoisington. They'll get Mason probably his first breather of the night. The final minute 15 plus the end of the third quarter. So Hoisington's leading scorer has 10 of their 25 off the floor for the time being. Final minute of this third quarter, they lob it in. Catching it is Fonensteel through a double team, puts it up too strong, and Brendan Cook wrestles away the board for Scott City. Final minute of this third quarter, the Beavers with the ball up by 11, 36-25. Up top, Radke goes left to Mesa, now up top between the rings to Cook. One dribble goes right over to Avery Radke. He'll take it strong to the rack, off the glass. No, but a foul. He'll have 2 free throws coming up with 46.7 to go third quarter. Team foul number 3 on Hoisington. Foul number 3 as well on Brody Fonensteel. Fonensteel, of course, he's a transfer from a year ago from Russell, played football and Division I prospect. Recently offered, I think, by Arizona State. Radke drains the free throw. He has 11, 37-25 with 46.7 to go third quarter. Official and that made the foul call, and Kyle Haxton having a little brief chat there. Wondering about that foul call. Second charity toss for Radke is good. He's 83% on the year, and it's 38-25. 40 seconds to work third quarter. With it as Crawford pushes the pace. He'll take it all the way. Leaves the layup short, but right there is Caston Wren to clean it up. Scott City with the lead and the basketball. 30 seconds to work first quarter, up 38-20, or third quarter, excuse me, up 38-25. Up top with it is Brendan Cook. One dribble, go to his right over to Junior Mesa. Gets a screen, goes to his right. Mesa looking to penetrate, cut off back up top to Mickey Gossman, holds it. 18 seconds to work third quarter. Off screen, pick and roll. Here's Gossman backing his way in on Fonensteel. Goes up, gets hacked, no foul called. And he stepped out of bounds after he got the rebound, and it's going to belong to Hoisington with 10.5 seconds. Boy, they did not want to give that fourth foul to Fonensteel. A lot of contact right around the hands as Gossman was shooting that, but they let it play through. They've been consistent tonight. In is Mason Martin for Logan Kostel with 10.5 seconds to go third quarter. Scott City applied some pressure in the backwards. Merlot with it back to Mason Martin with 8. With 7, he'll take it across. He's going to shoot this. You know he is. 5, 4. He's at the foul line with 3, with 2. Jump stop, loses it, fade away, hits the side of the backboard. Good defense that time on Martin as the third quarter comes to close. Scott City goes on a 15-9 run, and they have a 38-25 lead heading into the fourth quarter. We'll step away for a 1-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
There's some reason we're all here, to create an amazing experience for each life we touch. If we look closely, we might just see there's something about you amazing people. These amazing drinks served this amazingly fast. There's just something about Scooter's Coffee.
Great things are happening at Scott County Hospital. Our team now includes 5 family physicians and 9 advanced practitioners, ready to care for you and your family right here in Southwest Kansas. We're taking new patients, including OB care, and we're here for every stage of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
Ball to begin the fourth quarter. They close the final 4.5 minutes on a 12-2 run and have separated themselves a little bit, but still 8 minutes of work to do here. Beavers led by Junior Mesa with 15, Avery Radke with 12. Hoisington led by Mason Martin's 10 points tonight. He has a couple of threes. Here's Mesa just inside the foul line. Jump stop, almost walked with it. Back up top to Mesa from Cooper Irvin. Scott City with their starting 5 back out there. Radke, Metzger, Mesa, Gossman, and Irvin. Now a right block here is Metzger, leaves it short, rebound, wrestled away by Brody Fonensteel, his third rebound of the night. Scott City lead us at 13, early fourth quarter. Hoisington with their first possession. Fonensteel over right out high to Marcus Ingram. Now give and go here to Fonensteel, drives in, dishes it backside, knocked out by Cooper Irvin out of Merlot's hands. It'll still stay Cardinal basketball, 34 seconds into the final stanza. 38-25 Scott City. And batting it in, Hoisington. They'll lob it into Fonensteel. He'll be guarded by Gossman. Backs his way in. Pivots, goes his left, and he's going to travel with it. Good defense by Gossman. 6 Scott City turnover tonight. Hoisington wanted a blocking foul on that. They will not get it, as Coach Kyle Haxton letting the official know all about it. Hoisington will snap on some full court pressure now, kind of in desperation mode here as Hoisington. They're trailing by 13, first minute of this fourth quarter. Metzger will take it into the front court here. And now hand it off to Radke up top to Gossman. Scott City can be extra patient, but don't be too patient. Take yourself out of the game. Nice give to Irvin. Drives in, pivots back to Gossman. Back to Radke out high for a three. Short. Long rebound. Radke tracks it down in the corner for Scott City. He has 6 boards tonight. Skips it over right to Junior Mesa. First minute of the fourth quarter plus. 38-25. Here's Mesa. Jump stop left side. Here's Radke with it. Guarded tightly by Crawford. He'll take it to the rack. And then I don't know if he's trying to dish it off or not, but that's Scott City's 4th turnover of the night. 6:48 to go, or 44 to go. Scott City up 13, Hoisington with the ball, 38-25. Right corner it goes to Kobe Crawford. Bounce pass to Fonensteel, deflected, and then almost stolen away, kept alive. Fonensteel pushed Mesa, and now Crawford with it, gives it to Fonensteel in the paint. Hangs, shoots, leaves it short, but they're going to get a block and 2 free throws. That's 4 on Metzger. Tough break for Scott City with 6:27 to go. Fonensteel near half court pushed Mesa to the deck to get the ball. They don't call the foul on that, but then they call the foul on Metzger underneath, and a tough break for the Beavers. 2 free throws for Fonensteel. His first trip there tonight, but he struggled at the line, but as I say that, he hits that one to make it 38-27. 26, excuse me, it's 6:27 to go. Caston Wren in for Drew Metzger. Out is Kobe Crawford, and in is Carson Mason for Hoisington. Fonensteel 3 points tonight and leaves that one short. Rebound to Radke, almost fall out of bounds. Gets it to Irvin, and back he goes to Radke. 38-26, first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Scott City leading the ball. Mesa open left wing, turns down the three as he's quickly guarded. Now skip right side to Radke. He'll try a right corner three. Get in there. No. Rebound. Irvin got it, and he gets fouled by Fonensteel, and that's his 4th foul with 6:08 to go. No, they're going to call a foul on Scott City. Unbelievable. You've got to be kidding me. Mickey Gossman gets called for the first. Irvin got pushed underneath there, and they don't call the foul on Hoisington. Unbelievable. 6 minutes to go, 38-26 your score. All of a sudden, that's changed the dynamics a little bit in this game, and now we get a double foul. They're going to get on Ingram and on Irvin. Or no, underneath. They're going to get Mickey Gossman with his second. That's already Scott City's 13th foul of the fourth quarter. They also get Brody Fonensteel with his 4th foul with 5:55 to go. That's just the first on Hoisington in the fourth quarter, so stays with Hoisington, and Fonensteel stays out there with his 4 fouls. 5:50 to work in the game. 38-26 is your score. Stolen away by Irvin out high. Here comes Irvin, the layup. Gets hammered and no foul call. They'll still say Scott City basketball. I don't know what else you can do, folks. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up. Good hustle nonetheless. Ridiculous. 5:43 to go. In it goes to Gossman up top to Irvin. Now to Radke. Right side to Junior Mesa. Goes to his left. He'll drive in. Jump stops the paint up top. Radke turns down the three. Caston Wren with it. Now Trapp skips it up top. And now Mesa wide right side. Can he knock down the three? The answer is yes! Yes, it is! He has 18 and 4 threes. Timeout Beavers. 5:25 to go. It's 41-26. 5:25 to go. It's a full. We'll take it as well. This is Beaver basketball.
911, what's What's your emergency?
This is Circle C Farms, and we got a major situation. Farmers are getting more than just high-quality seeds with Beck's hybrids. There are commitment rewards.
Sir, slow down. Is anyone in danger?
Only if they miss out on early order and quantity discounts and flexible low-rate financing options.
Sir, that's not exactly an emergency.
Are you kidding? Around here, that's big news.
Well, sounds like you're not just planting seed, you're planting a future.
Circle C Farms and Beck Seeds. More than seed. It's family and growing your future.
Here in the fourth quarter, Scott City now with their largest lead at 15, 41-26, 5:25 to go. Well, if you get hammered 3 times, we'll trade it with a 3-pointer. Junior Mesa with his 4-3 and 18 points. The Beavers now with a 15-point lead. Timeout situation, both teams with 3 timeouts. Scott City with a full and 2:30s. Hoisington with the full and 2:30s. Possession arrow favors the Cardinals. Scott City apply a little pressure out of the timeout. And they get it in to Drake Gruce. Now it'll be Mason Martin who will bring it across the 10-second line with 5:20 to go. Looking back at that last, I'm not going to call Cooper Irvin with a little tacky-tack foul. That's his first. Team foul number 4 already on Scott City. Looking back at that one, it probably wasn't a foul on Hoisington on the block shot by Irvin, but it looked worse than it probably was. The way they've been calling it all of a sudden this fourth quarter, we got a foul away from the ball on the inbounds. If that's on Brody Fonensteel, that is it for him. And it is. He exits with 3 points with 5:16 to go. And they rolled the dice, did Hoisington, to keep him in there with his 4 fouls. And so he will exit. And back in will be Preston Merlot. Hoisington gets a little smaller after that, but they still have a 6'5" Drake Gruce out there. Basketball also brought to you tonight by JF Beaver Advertising, Jackson Legal Group, Lemon Lawn and Tree, Low Tree Farms and Livestock, Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Northern Supply, New Life Market, Pioneer Communications, Perfect Auto Detailing, Plain Jans, and Platinum H Insurance. Scott City with the ball, 5 minutes to go. Pressure out high by Hoisington. Junior Mesa with it, 41-26. Up top to Mickey Gossman. Scott City can stretch the floor a little bit, force Hoisington to maybe foul here. No, Wren lost the dribble, picks it back up near half court, saves it, finds Irvin. He had Gossman wide open, but really no alley to pass it. Coach Brian Gentry say clear it out. Boy, that's very touchy up top. They let it play through. They let him play in the first. The pass behind Avery Radke. Scott City turns the ball over for the 4th time. Good idea that time, just a little miscommunication with 4:43 to go. Scott City with a 15-point lead, trying to survive and get to Larned on Friday night. Now we get to likely Beloit. 4:35 to go. Ball poked out of bounds by Scott City. It'll still stay Hoisington Cardinal basketball. Beloit was up big at the break. They're up 61-30 with 5 minutes to go. Back in will be Reed Filker for Mickey Gossman. 4:33 to go. This feels like a long 4.5 minutes, by the way. It'll be Marcus Ingram to inbound it up top to Mason Martin. Scott City so far has held him in check, and he airballs a 3 out of bounds. That one's from long, long range. And out of bounds that'll belong to Scott City with 4:26 to go. Hoisington is going to apply some full court pressure. Beavers up 15, 41-26. Caston Renda triggered in. We'll get it in to Cooper Irvin. Irvin almost double teamed. Now finds Wren, almost walked with it. Now in the front court, the pass to Reed Felker. Felker bounce pass back up top to Wren. Good job by Scott City. Now Wren out high to Irvin. Hoisington's turning it up on defense, and they foul for the 3rd time this 4th quarter, says the official with 4:13 to go. The foul will be charged to Marcus Ingram, just his first. With 4:13 to go, 41-26 Scott City. It's been 3-1 for the score in this 4th quarter. Scott City with a 3, the 1 for Hoisington. Inbound into Mesa. He can go track it down the backcourt. That'll burn a little bit of more time off the clock, and now Hoisington wants to trap, but nope, they decide not to. Mesa with it. Skip it left corner to Wren. He'll try an open 3. A little strong on that one. The rebound on the backside to Marcus Ingram. Midway mark, 4th quarter. Hoisington with the ball. Scott City with the lead, 41-26. Driving in is Martin. Hangs, shoots, and banks it in and one. He has 12 tonight, 41-28, 3:55 to go, and that's already team foul number 5 on Scott City in this 4th quarter. excuse me, Caston Wren is first. And so it's 41-28. Martin at the line. He is 2 of 2 there tonight. Hoisington tonight makes it 41-29. It's far from over, folks. 3:55 to go as they applied some full court pressure. With it is Caston Wren. Wren still in the backcourt with it, gets it to Reed Felker, and now almost behind Avery Radke. Holds it now to Cooper Irvin toward the left block, right corner to Mesa. Pulls it back out wisely now to Wren. 3:42 to go. Scott City up by 12 of the ball, 41-29. Skip it over right side, gets there to Mesa, and now right baseline to Caston Wren. Almost lost it, almost double dribbled into Felker, catches it, goes up and scores it. Good offensive set for the Beavers. Felker with 4, 43-29, 3:25 to go, and Scott City's lead back up to 14. Here's Martin with it, wants to drive in on Radke. Good defense by Radke. Jump stop, hang, shoots. They're going to wave it off. It's going to be a travel beforehand. Turnover number 9. That was a good call there. 3:15 to go. Substitution, Drew Metzger back in with his 4 fouls. He will replace Caston Wren as Hoisington continues their full court pressure here. 43-29, 3:15 to go. Winner goes to Larned on Friday night. Mesa still within the backcourt. Now gets it to Metzger, almost stolen away. He'll take it to the front court. Scott City has 4-on-2 numbers. Irvin left side. Oh, he almost lost it. Now ball swatted away and saved into play, but right to Irvin. He'll take it to the rack and will score it. And one. 45-29 with 3:03 to go. That almost was disaster. It turned into 2 points for the Beavers. And now Mason Martin has his first foul, team foul number 4 on Hoisington. Irvin with 5. And back in will be Carson Mason for Preston Merlot. 3:03 to go. Also in is Logan Kossel. He will replace Drake Gruce. 45-29. Scott City all of a sudden now with their largest lead at 16. 3:03 to go. They've done it with defense here tonight. Have the Beavers. Ethan Froh to check in potentially for Irvin if he hits this free throw, which he does not. Rebound, Radke with it. He has come up big with some rebounds. That was the key to the game tonight for Scott City. Now Felker will drive in. Wisely pulls it out high. Irvin with it. Right baseline to Metzger. 5 out for Scott City with 2:50 to go and a pushing foul on Marcus Ingram. That's his second, and that is team foul number 5. That'll send Irvin back to the line for 2 free throws. Scott City 6 of 10 at the line tonight. And out will be Felker. Back in is Drew Metzger. Also back in is Drake Gruce for Logan Kossel. Gossman to check in after the first free throw attempt for Irvin here. 2:51 left. Free throw. Oh, that rattles in and out. Gossman in for Scott City, as I mentioned. Who's going to exit? It'll be Metzger with 2:51 left. Correction, Fro checked in moments ago. So Irvin just 1 of 4 at the line here tonight, trying to break this 2 free throw drought here. He has 5 points and make it 6, 46-29 with 2:51 to go. So in all essence, he ends up with a 3-point trip, and then Crawford left wide open for 3, airballs it, and Scott City's going to wisely let that one go out of bounds. With 2:44 to go, it'll be Scott City basketball. 17-point Scott City lead now is their largest as Metzger checks in for Mickey Gossman. A little bit maybe free throw shooting here. 2:44 to go. So it's going to be Beloit on Friday night. They win 63-31 over Peaburg. And down the floor, here's Irvin. He's going to drive in, pump fakes, goes up, and can't get it. Radke with another backside board. Scott City has owned the glass. It trickles out to Irvin, though. With 2:32 to go, he'll lose it. Turnover number 6 on Scott City. One of their season lows in turnovers. Jump stop, hanging, shooting, and missing it is Martin, but the follow right there is good for Drake Gruce. His 6-point, 46-31. Timeout, Hoisington. We got a flop warning, I guess, on Scott City. With 2:22 to go. It is a 30-second timeout. It's a 30. We'll keep it right here. Basketball presented here by Pokey Feeders, Precision Ag and Seed, Protex Plate. Precision Ag and Seed, also Protex Spraying Service, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Richards Financial Services, Iron Insurance Partners, Rotomix, Scott City Eye Center, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, also Scott Community Foundation, Scott County Abstract and Title, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital, Scott County Records, Scott Pro Security, State Bank, Sharp Shooting Supply, Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, and Stevens Veterinary Services. For Scott City, 2 minutes, 22 seconds away from headed to Larned on Friday night. Hoisington burned one of their final 2 timeouts. They're down to 2 fulls left. Scott City does have 2 fulls and a 30. Mesa looking to inbound. He can run the baseline if he desires to. He gets it into Irvin to avoid the 5 count back to Mesa, and then gets fouled by Mason Martin, his second. Interesting. That only runs off of 2 seconds off the clock. The foul on Martin is second. 2 free throws coming up here for Junior Mesa. Has a game-high 18 tonight. So Hoisington looking to maybe string this game out a little longer. Of course, you can catch final scores across the state. You can catch that on our partners with kpreps.com. We'll also try to get a link on our website, westernkansasnews.com. Mesa knocks down the first, 47-31, 2:20 to go. He has 19. Of course, you can hear the broadcast, the audio version, up on Spotify, Scott City Beaver Sports Mix 94.5. Like it, follow us there. Mesa with his second free throw for the 20-pointer. He got it. 48-31, 2:20 to go. Maybe a rematch of a 2015 Sub-State Final on Friday evening in Larned. 2:13 left in this one. With it is going to be Mason Martin. He'll fire a straightaway triple. Barely draws iron the rebound. Avery Radke, he's working on a double-double. He has 9 boards tonight to go along with his 12 points underneath. Here's Metzger. Holds it back up top to Mesa. Scott City just needs to just play this one out and make Hoisington foul you. If not, get an easy basket. Got a 17-point lead. And there's the foul on Crawford, his second. And that'll send Irvin to the line for 2 charity shots with 1:53 to go.
At the line,
Beavers close to getting a little revenge from game 1 of the season. First 2 for Irvin. Oh, that one goes in and out. He'll get another one. I don't know what it is, but the free throws the rims haven't been friendly to Scott City at times tonight. Had a lot of ones that rim in and out of shots, free throws, you name it. Second free throw coming up here. Irvin gets 1 out of 2. He has 7. And it's 49-31, 1:52 left. This game about over. Scott City looks like they're going to get win number 13 of the year. 3rd straight Sub-State Finals appearance. Martin can't get it. Rebound. There's your double-double for Radke. That's the first Scott City double-double there, and then he gets fouled by Martin, his 3rd, with 1:39 to go. 49-31 is your score. Got a little interesting there early in the 4th quarter. Scott City weren't getting any breaks on the foul calls, and then Scott City just, I tell you what, they did a great job in that situation, keeping their poise, playing good defense, and getting a big 3, I think, kind of took a lot of air out of Hoisington a little bit as well. Radke's free throw, that'll crawl off. He's stuck at 12 points. 2 of 3 now at the line. 3rd straight year Scott City's going to play for a sub-state championship. Hasn't been done since 14-16, or make that 15-17. Radke hits 1 out of 2, makes it 50-31, 99 seconds to go. Out is Gossman, back in as Cook. 99 seconds to go. Hoisington will not see Scott City pick him up until the past half court, and they'll just roll the ball into Carson Mason. He'll pick it up 3/4 court and take it into the front court. Now left side with it is Marcus Ingram. Ingram with it out high. Mason Martin goes right wing over to Marcus Ingram. Ingram steps back, launches a 3. Too strong. Cook goes sky high for his second rebound for Scott City. Minute 22 to go in this one. In the front court to Cooper Irvin. And now skips it over left to Junior Mesa. They're trying to foul. Now we'll run some more time off. 70 seconds left. Now to Cooper Irvin back. He goes to now Mesa. Scott City fans applauding their team. They know they feel a victory here. Oh, that one behind Radke, and turnover number 8, I believe, on Scott City. With it here is Carson Mason, loses it. Crawford for a corner 3, good. 52 seconds to go. 50-34 is your score. Timeout for Hoisington. We'll take a 30-second break for now. This is Beaver basketball.
Is it time to update your
BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises.
Nextech Wireless has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed, bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine, wind or snow, we'll be there because we live here too. We're investing in our communities and connecting Kansans. It's not a gimmick, it's our guarantee.
Southwestern Heights 68-61 with 43 seconds to go. Looks like it'll be Heights and Holcomb for round 2 this year to go to state. Inbound in, Chaston Berry in for the first time, and also in is Aiden Tarango in for the first time. Scott City with some subs in there. Chase Culp. Radke and Mesa stay out there. Bounce pass up top to Radke, 38 seconds, goes through a double team, and then they finally call the foul with 35.7 to go. Radke will go to the line to shoot 2. The foul on Mason Martin is 4th, 35.7 to go. He's been a special player for Hoisington for 3 years. The 6'2 senior put up 26 in the first meeting between the two. Scott City's really held him in check to 13 tonight. Radke, speaking of 13, he has 13, and he'll stay there at 13 as he leaves that one short. Little struggle with the line here in this fourth quarter for Scott City, trying to close it out there, but they've got the 16-point lead. It'll be Logan Castle. Well, I guess he won't check in yet. 35.7 to go. Radke looking for that 13th point. And there it is. 51-34, 35.7 to go. As in will be Logan Casa. He'll replace Carson Mason, and now also in will be Preston Merlot. He'll replace Mason Martin, and it's like a curtain call for the Hoisington seniors. And also in will be Caden Chambers, a 5'11 junior. And he'll replace Marcus Ingram. Ethan Froh will check in, as will Drew Metzger. Froh in for Mesa. He'll exit with 20 points, a game high. Avery Radke will exit with a game high 14. And we got one more sub left. It'll be Leighton Eubanks, the 5'9 sophomore. So everybody that suited up gets to play tonight, and exiting will be Kobe Crawford. 35.7 to go. Well, how about this? Nope. Well, not yet. Brian Gentry jumped the gun on that one maybe a little bit. 51-34. 35.7 to go. It'll be Scott City and Beloit. They last played for a sub-state championship back in 2015 in a thriller up at Beloit. This time it's on neutral ground. 30 seconds to go. With it is Logan Castle. Up top it'll go to Leighton Eubanks. Eubanks surveys, guarded by Froh. This was a 62-55 Hoisington win in game 1. And a reach-in foul that time on Chase Culp. Well, if you can't score, the best way to get into the scorebook is to foul, and that's what Culp did. And 2 free throws coming up from Merlot. His first trip to the line tonight. He's just 3 of 6 at the line this year with 17.6 to go. Free throw number 1, rimming in and out. Hoisington was 7 of 9 prior, or is now 7 of 9. Cook in for Metzger with 17.6 to go. And, well, that one banked in. He stays true to his 50% form, 51-35, 17 seconds to go. Scott City's in the second ever sub-state matchup between the two teams. We'll even up the score. The first time they played in sub-state was in 83. Now, Aiden Tarango with 5 seconds just holds it. Ball deflected and a turnover. That'll match the season low of turnovers. Now that time will run out. That's all she wrote. Scott City comes out of here, and they never trail in this one despite being tied twice. They win it 51-35, and we'll see you learn it on Saturday evening against the Beloit Trojans. Post-game coverage to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Beaver Basketball.
On the plains of western Kansas, where the sun sets